good afternoon. Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. This is daily check-in, right? I do a daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Today happens to be Thursday, so happy Thursday. It's Thursday, August 7th. It's 11 o'clock, right? I normally do the daily check-in about 12 or after 12, but you know what? Today I said, you know what? I'm going to do it right now. I'm ready. Let's move it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But anyway, so I come on and do these daily check-ins, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And it's all about hospitality. It's all about, it can be meetings. It can be just regular hotel stays. However you want to look at it, it's all about hospitality, right? It's how some of the things that I deal with, some of the things that I've experienced and all that kind of stuff, right? So if it's meeting or hotel site selection is what I call it, right? So I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their conference, convention, retreat, reunion, whatever, cruise stay, whatever the heck it is, whatever comes across my desk, for the most part, I'm going to do it, right? So it's all about the client. It's never about me. It's about the client. What does the client want? You know, my job is to find what the client wants, so give me the story, right? Everybody got a story about that perfect hotel. It's never going to be 100% perfect, but, we're going to get close to it, right? We'll get as close as we can to it. So, but anyway, these daily check-ins don't last that long. They're about 20, 25 minutes. We're live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. You can make your comments on either platform, but check this out. I'll give you a secret. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can make comments right now in real time, meaning they come on my screen and I'll put them on the big screen so the whole world can see. You can make the comments on LinkedIn as well. It's just that they won't be in real time. I'll go back after show's over and kind of view those and comment or whatever. If comment is sufficient, I'll make comments on there and keep it moving, right? But if you want to make them in real time where I can put them on the screen, go to my YouTube channel. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, please do so. It's Russell of Hotels. That's pretty easy, right? Russell of Hotels. Just go to there, hit that subscribe button, bing, and it'll do that. It'll go bing, and then you're registered, right? So anytime I go live, you'll see the notification, and that's what it's all about. The reason why LinkedIn is, I use this platform called Ecamm Live, and Ecamm Live does not allow you, or doesn't allow people, doesn't allow you, the audience you can make comments, but they just won't pop on my screen here while I'm doing this what do you call this, what is this called? Podcast? Yeah, okay. This live hospitality talk show, right? So anyway, speaking of a live hospitality talk show, I do another one called On Air with Russell of Hotels. That comes on every Tuesday, although yesterday I had to do it on Wednesday because I was traveling. Okay, so sometimes, time doesn't permit, traveling, whatever. That doesn't mean you skip a week. It just means you just move it to another day. And that's what I did yesterday. So check it out. It is on this same platform. The replay is on LinkedIn and YouTube. I'll put it on Facebook later today, as will I do this one as well. So there you go. Are you caught up? Okay, so you guys know that I was at the PGA National Resort from Sunday, early Sunday morning. I was there. I was easy like Sunday morning, okay? Had a red eye, and I said some of this stuff on yesterday's On Air with Russell of Hotels, just in case you missed it. This is kind of going to be a little recap of that show, but, kind of condensed. And there's some more stuff I'm going to share as well that I didn't share yesterday. When you do a show, sometimes you're like, I didn't mention this, I didn't mention that. So I said, okay, no big deal, because guess what? I do something 5 days a week, right? I'm live 5 days a week at least, right? So I'm like, if I miss something, that's okay. I write it down and said, I'll do it the next day. So here we are. Oof. There you go. So, but anyway, so yeah, I checked in, came in a red eye, okay? Saturday night, red eye, 11 o'clock to 7 a.m. Arrived in Fort Lauderdale, 7 a.m. Uber ride, about an hour to the hotel. I didn't realize there was an hour between the hotel and the airport, but hey, it's all about the experience, right? So got there, they allowed me to check in because, normally if a hotel sells out the night before, you're not going to check in early. There's no early check-ins, but I knew for a fact that they had not sold out. So I knew that I was going to get a room, and I did, and everything went well. Not that I can, go in my room and go to sleep, because I didn't, and I don't sleep on planes either. So I don't care how long the flight is. I don't sleep on planes. I mean, I've been on 14, 15-hour flights, and I'm up. I mean, you may think I'm dozing off. I may be resting my eyes, but I'm but I'm not asleep. Anyway, the comments are open. Once again, make your comments. Say hey, whatever the heck you want to do, you can do it. Whatever the heck you want to do, you can do it. And every now and then I'll burst into song. So like I just did. Okay, so it's just how I am. So okay, Global Hospitality, International Hospitality Institute. Hey, top 50 social media influencers in global hospitality. I happen to be one of those 50 people. So there's 49 others, but yeah, I happen to be one of the 50. So why am I saying this? Because you may not have known that. So my job is to, you elevate your brand, right? If you have a brand, you need to elevate it. You need to make sure people know about it. The same thing if you're a hotel, you represent a hotel, you represent a DMO, you still need to elevate them, right? You need to elevate yourself and then elevate them as well, right? Because the brand starts with you. People kind of forget that, or maybe they never even knew that, right? The brand starts with you. If you're selling the brand, if you're representing the brand, it's all about you. And then from there, you talk about your brand, right? Because people are going to buy you before they buy your brand. I don't care what anybody says. They have to be comfortable with you to book that particular hotel. So if I'm a sales manager for hotel X, Y, and Z, they're going to look at Russell. Is he a nice guy? Is he doing what he says he's going to do? Did he invite me over for lunch? Does he keep in touch with me? Does he send me those, emails every now and then so I don't forget about him? That's increasing your brand, okay? So that's helping your brand. So once again, they're going to buy you before they buy. I don't care which hotel you're representing, they're going to buy you. So there you go. So I just want to make sure people know that, one of the top 50 social media influencers for 2025 is Russell of Hotels, just one of them, right? I ain't all of them, but I'm one of them. But like I said, if you don't toot your own horn, who's going to toot it for you? Is somebody going to toot my horn? I don't know. I don't think so. So make sure you're the biggest cheerleader. You're the biggest advocate for yourself. You have to be. Just like I always compare it to, how people do or don't promote their own hotels or their DMOs. You have to be visible. You have to be the loudest sometime, or you got to make the most noise, okay? Or you got to be seen the most, okay? So there you go. It's all about visibility. So visibility sets the bar. If you're not visible, don't expect people to know who you are, what you do, or how you can help them, okay? And make sure you know that. There's 3 things that everybody should do. Let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. Boom, that's it. You know that old elevator pitch that people, get in an elevator and, let people know. No, who you are, what you do, and how you can help. Boom, there you go. That's all you need. Because you ain't going to be able to help everybody, all right? What you do, everybody's not gonna help everyone. Everybody's not going to need your help. So they can't help you. I mean, you can't help them. Keep it moving. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. The blog. Okay, so this is actually, I'll never do a show like this. I never do a daily check-in or on air with Russell of Hotels without showcasing a hotel. Okay, just so happened this week is going to be the PGA National Resort in Florida. So there you go. In fact, did I miss? Let me back up 1 second. See, okay, I think that's the view from my room right there. That's the view from my room. They're walking towards, you see those gentlemen on the left, they're walking towards the driving range, if you will. Okay, no, I didn't go out there. It was too hot for me. Okay, kind of hot and humid, kind of sticky. I ain't into that. So, but just a beautiful day, beautiful grounds, beautiful golf course, and I believe they have about 6, if I'm not mistaken, 6 golf courses there. So if you want to get your golf on, definitely a place that you can do it. And it's a PGA course. So can you get any better than that? I don't think so. So, but yeah, so this is the PGA National Resort. So I just want to make sure every show that I do, I'll be showcasing a hotel or a resort. Okay, never fails. but it has to be a hotel that I actually personally experienced myself, okay? I will never show one that I've never been to, I've never experienced. People will email me. I've even gotten phone calls like, hey, can you showcase my hotel? We just did a renovation and this and that. I'm going to send you some photos. No, you're not, because I'm not going to do it. Why not? Because I haven't experienced it. So if you want me to experience it, that's another conversation, okay? I'm not saying I won't do it, but I have to have had experienced it prior to me doing this. Or I can do it while I'm there. That's fine as well. So if you want to talk about those things, all you got to do is reach out in touch, and you can just go to my website, russellhotels.com. My phone number is there, email is there. You can do whatever, email me, call me, however you want to do it. I'm here for all of it. So yeah, this is actually my guest room, right? So the blog, I put this up here for the blog, okay? So if you have any questions at all about what I do or where I've been, or the topics that I discussed, they're all on the blog. So just go russellhotels.com, go to the blog, which is a drop-down menu, hit that button, and it'll drop down, and all this information will be there, including today's topic, okay? So just go to the blog, make it easy. You don't have to write things down. Just go to the blog, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Talking about. Is it talking about or talking about? You know what I'm saying. So anyway, let's move forward. So, okay, so last week, before I went on this trip, I was telling people, I let people know where I'm going, right? So it's a North Star Destination Southeast. North Star is the company that puts on Destination Southeast. They also put on Destination East. IPEC, which stands for Independent Planners Educational Conference, they put on Destination West, Midwest. In fact, I'm going to that in the next week or so. That's in Toledo, Ohio. I'll be doing that one as well. So North Star does a lot of things, right? The North Star Meetings Group. So all these things, I think they probably put on 50 events a year. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. 30 to 50. I'm gonna say 30 to 50 events a year worldwide, not just here domestically, but internationally as well. So they got their hands in a lot of things, right? So there you go. So I was talking about for the last couple of weeks that I was going to this conference. So that was August 3rd through the 5th. Today is the 7th. So that was a couple of days ago, right? So I just want to catch you guys up. So, okay, so I attended it. It was at the PGA National Resort, like I just mentioned, which is in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I had 20 appointments. Remember, I said you had to set yourself up for 25 to 50 appointments. That's what you could make, right? Well, I made 27 appointments, but got 20 of them. Sometimes you don't get all the ones that you set aside for or that you wanted to make appointments with. And sometimes you get more than what you asked for. Well, this time I happened to get a little less, like I said. And it could have to do with, because you rank all the appointments that you want. Like 1 is a priority through I want to say 5, meaning 5 is not a priority. So it's based on that, and I'm sure based on what they're asking for as well, because they're setting appointments too, meaning the hotel and DMO people as well. So sometimes it just doesn't work out, right? So I got 20 appointments, which is fine because I was doing double duty, okay? So I was also able to create, have a table or a booth or an area where we were creating brand awareness through conversation. And I actually had 11 of those, right? So if you throw those on there, I did 31 appointments. Hey, actually, there you go. So if you do look at it like that, so creating brand awareness through conversation. Anyone that's been following me, I'm always talking about, elevating your brand or letting people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And that's creating brand awareness through conversation. It's just me, myself, and whoever that was, if that was a CVB person or a DMO person or a hotel person or a meeting planner, meeting professional. They're talking about their brand, talking about how they got started. We talked about North Star and what it meant to, people that were attending it. So we got some good in-depth conversations that lasted about 15 to 20 minutes, right? So it didn't go real long. It wasn't too quick either. It got a lot of information out. So this is a way for them to create some brand awareness. Now it takes about, for these to be edited and to put out for the world to see, it takes, anywhere from a week and a half to 2 weeks. Okay, so the people that did, the 11 people that did, make sure, I think we told them, I'm pretty sure we told them, that it's going to take, several weeks to get this stuff back, okay, because it's being edited. And in some cases, we had to edit a lot, right? So they had to edit a lot. I'm just the host. I just show up, right? Someone else got to do all the editing, right? So like this right here, this show here, it's live, right? There ain't no editing. I just, push a button, when I get started, and push a button when I'm done, okay? And that's it. And it's live now, so everyone sees me and all that. But no, something that's, creating some brand awareness through this conversation thing. This actually took some editing, okay? And we're gonna have blooper reels. We're gonna have all kind of stuff because I'm the king of bloopers. So you'll get a chance to see all this stuff. It's gonna be cool. But it does take time to edit it and produce it, and so the quality is there. But the quality is gonna be good. The lighting was great. Oh my God, I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait. So anyway, I just want to give you an update on that. Okay, real quick. So when I go to these things, I normally don't do takeaways, 6 takeaways, and these are my takeaways, right? These are Russell of Hotels, 6 takeaways from PGA National Resort, okay, which is located in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, okay? So these are things that I kind of thought were important for me and my potential groups, okay? So some other meeting professionals may think the same thing. They may or may not, or they may add some other things, or may say, you know what, none of this stuff is important to me and my clients. They had come up with their own list. And that's fine, right? Because that's what it's all about. And I'm not them and they're not me. I'm not them and they're not me. So anyway, every now and then I will break out and sing a little jingle. So once again, 6 takeaways from my experience at PGA National Resort. So, and keep in mind that, like I said, I checked in early. So I'm already on high because they allowed me to check in early, and it was not like it was they were put off by that request, right? That's important, that the staff is friendly and accommodating. Now that's my number 4 right there, but I just had to mention that now because I may forget. But I got there early and probably was the only one checking in, that early, right? But it wasn't a problem. I didn't have to wait. They checked me in just like they would check anybody else at, after 3 o'clock. So that's what it's all about, right? It's all about, did you still feel welcome? Were they still friendly? Were they put off, or were they just accommodating? And yes, they were. And I appreciate that. So number one, most of the meeting space is on one level and on the same side of the hotel. Okay, so this is from a hotel site. I do hotel site selection, right? So this is from that perspective. Okay, so remember, I'm looking at through the eyes of a potential meeting. Okay, so I go to a lot of these programs. I travel a lot just because I want to look at hotels and their meeting space, their room accommodations, any activities that may be going on, their food and beverage options, how many restaurants they have. All those kind of things we're looking at, from soup to nuts. We're looking at all that. Is that what they say, soup to nuts? We're looking at all these kind of things, right? So I got a chance. I didn't think about this yesterday when I was doing my show, but like I said, I do things every single day. So if I didn't, put it on my show on air with Russell of Hotels, that's okay, because I do a daily check-in the next day. So I'm gonna come up with some stuff and I'm gonna add to it. Okay. So once again, 6 takeaways from PGA National Resort in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Number 1, most of their meeting space is on one level and on the same side of the hotel. Does that not make a big difference? Located on one level on the same side, creating a seamless experience for planners and attendees alike. So you don't have to keep trying to, I got to go up the stairs, down the stairs, whatever. No, it's on lobby level. You just go to one end, make a right, and all the space is over there. Okay, now you may walk a little ways, okay, but all the space, for the most part, all the space that we use, say for like 200 people, right? They could have done more, but say we had 200 people. All the space was there for the general session room where we had the lunch. The foyers are big enough where you can have the food is set up outside the room. That's ideal, right? I mean, literally right outside the room, right? A whole line of food, buffet style, whatever, you just help yourself kind of thing. All there, right? So, and I want to say, I'm gonna say 200 people. Let's just say 200 people. And then the room where we had the one-on-one appointments was a little further down, but it was still on the same level. Restrooms are there. Everything is convenient. No problems at all. And then once you got to the space where the one-on-one appointments were, it had a patio. It opened up into like a veranda or patio, whatever, where you can sit outside if you wanted to bear the heat. I don't even think I went outside, right? Not during the day, at least. So not during that time of day. I don't think I went outside at all. So so that's important. Like I said, meeting space on one level and on the same side as well. So that's great. Number 2, breakout rooms with natural lighting. I have clients that won't even go to a hotel if their meeting space does not have natural lighting. Okay. Now, it had natural lighting in the breakout rooms. Now, the general session rooms did not have that. But right outside the foyer, there's windows right there, right? So maybe that will work for some clients, and sometimes maybe it won't. But all the breakout rooms did have, or at least the ones that I saw, had natural lighting, which is a plus. Natural lighting changes the energy of a room. Attendees feel more engaged and alert in bright, sunlit breakout spaces. It's also a win for social media of photography and video content. PGA National features several breakout rooms with beautiful natural light. Yes, they do. So so that is important. Number 3, which is probably the most important one for me, vegan and inclusive menu options. Okay, that's one thing that I look for. I didn't have to ask for anything. North Star didn't have to make an announcement and say, hey, if you didn't get enough to eat, just let us know. We have a special vegan menu in the back for you. They didn't have to do that, okay? Everything for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there were options, okay? I didn't have to ask for anything. It was plentiful. And you'll be amazed. Most people eat, it's a lot of vegetables, right? But it can be mixed with things. It can be prepared different ways or whatever, which means to me, even if I wasn't a vegan, it tells me that the food and beverage staff is creative and they're not closed-minded, okay? Anytime you go these days and there's no options, that means to me, the chef is closed-minded, they have no creativity at all, and they don't want to be creative. Those are the messages that it sends me, okay? So there you go. And especially when you get something like, say, I'm sitting down to eat and everyone has, chicken or whatever. And then I said, hey, do you have a vegan option in the back? And they go back and get it, and it's like just some steamed broccoli thrown on your table, on the plate. I'm like, there's no imagination at all. It's not creative. Does it make me feel inclusive? No, you know what? No, it doesn't. So make sure, well, I mean, I can say this all I want, but it depends on that person, that chef that's in charge of the kitchen, right? Is he or she creative? Do they get put off by, vegan options or gluten-free options or whatever? Do they do that? I don't know. But this is the world we live in, people, okay? Yeah, I happen to be 100% vegan, okay? Yeah, me, Russell of Hotels, 100% vegan, and I ain't shy about saying it, okay? So have the options. That shows creativity, right? Not just creativity in non-meat eats, it's creativity in all your food. Because if you can come up with a vegan dish that's creative, that's flavorful, that presents well, then you can do anything, okay? You're not afraid to try new things, okay? But if you can't, and believe me, I've tried this for a while because I've been in this, I've been in this situation. It ain't a situation. I've had this culinary lifestyle for quite some time, well over 10, 15 years, between 10 and 15 years. So I know exactly what I'm getting when I get it, okay? I know what was put in, what thought was put in it, what imagination, what creativity was put in it when I get it, right? Just by looking at it, just visual. I haven't even tasted it yet. I can just see how it's plated. I'm like, okay, this is an afterthought. They just threw this crap together back in the back like 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes before I got it, okay? So believe me, I know all the tricks when it comes to that. So let's just make sure that we are being as creative as we can. And when we have that option to do vegan stuff, that we're like treating it just like it's, whatever, meat, okay? We're treating it just like that, okay? So, but yeah, shout out to the chef at the PGA National Resort. I appreciate the work, the effort, the creativity, and the food was good. The food was delish. So thank you very much. Number 4, friendly and accommodating staff. Now I made mention that I checked in early at 8:30 and there was not a problem. And bellmen were probably the overly, they were just on it. They were nice, they were friendly. They had that, what is it called? We used to call it at the Bonaventure, what is it, the 8 to 10 rule? 8-10 rule or 5-10 rule? Like 10 yards away, you're 10 feet away, you're making eye contact. 5 feet away, you're making conversation, right? So with everyone, right? That's just how it is, right? You're not looking away. No, you're seeing somebody walking up and you're focusing on those people and then you're speaking to them, right? So they had that kind of attitude. I don't know who came up with that. I want to say it's 5-10 rule or something like that. But they definitely do that. They're definitely on it. They're definitely open and welcoming. So it was great from when I checked in to when I checked out. They were overly helpful. Can we help you with this? Can we help you with that? Are you finding everything okay? I can't find I can't remember the place where we had the reception. I mean, they kind of almost walked me to the reception, okay? So those are things is that trained? I don't know, either you have it or you don't. Either it's innate or you ain't got it. But no, friendly and accommodating staff, yes, definitely. 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Guest service is a true differentiator. From front desk to banquet teams, the service at PGA National is warm, responsive, and guest focused. Definitely that. The team understands group dynamics and consistently creates positive, memorable interactions, and they definitely did that. So from even walking like to the banquet space, you'll see the banquet captains, and I think it was the banquet manager. They had that same 5-10 rule. They would say hello, hey, have a great day, that kind of stuff, unsolicited, okay. And that's what they didn't wait for me to say hello. No, they're already saying, hey, you know where you're going? Can I help you find something? Whatever that is, they did it, and that's what you want. So that all that matters before I even present this hotel to a client, right? How was I treated? Because if I'm treated this way, then more than likely they're going to treat my client and my client's attendees the same way. Now, if they're treating me like crap, well, then guess what? They're probably going to treat my client and my client's attendees like crap too. Okay, so always, that's just how it is. It's just how it is, right? So pay attention to the little signs out there. Just pay attention because it tells a big story. Number 5, outdoor space for receptions and activities. Yeah, they definitely had a lot of space for that. One of the standout features of PGA National is its versatile outdoor space, whether it's an elegant reception under the stars or a casual networking event on the lawn or a post-session cocktail hour by the pool. Planners have multiple outdoor options to work with. These spaces allow guests to relax, recharge, and connect in a refreshing open-air environment, unless it's hot as hell, okay? So it was kind of, initially, we had the opening reception was outside near the pool area. It's on an area, I can't think of the name of the area, but it was very nice. Food was good. I just was under the shade, okay? People are, if they want to get the sun in, hey, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, it was nice. It was comfortable. And how I know it's comfortable? Because I wasn't sweating. Now, if I was sweating, then I'd be like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm done. Okay. But no, it was good. It was very nice. And the weather has nothing to do with, the staff. That's just me, right? Complaining because I don't like heat. I grew up in the heat, and I ain't trying to be hot again. So, but no, they did a great job, and they definitely have a lot of open space for receptions and activities. I would guess there's a lot of weddings that take place at this hotel as well. So there you go. Number 6, team building and leisure activities. You always want to make sure there's like golf. Okay, there's 6 golf courses, right? So that checks the box for a team activity, right? Or what about pickleball? They got pickleball courts. You can do a pickleball tournament if you're looking for, what do you call it? Team building activities. They have a spa. They have yoga. They have all those kind of things. So yeah, so it's great for that. It's great for that. In addition to meeting space, PGA National provides resort-style amenities that planners love to incorporate. Championship golf, pickleball, pool lounging, yoga, and lawn games all offer ways to create memorable and engaging experiences outside the meeting room. So there you go. So always look for those things if that's what you're interested in. And remember all these things that I just gave you, the 6 takeaways. These are Russell of Hotels giveaways, okay, or takeaways. They are all on my blog, so all you have to do is go russellofhotels.com, go to the blog, drop down, bing, and there you go. And that's it. Let's see. Oh, damn, I'm like 30 minutes. Didn't I say 15 to 20 minutes? Okay, real quick. So on air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about, comes on every Tuesday, excuse me, with the exception of yesterday, it came on Wednesday, right? So don't worry about that. But normally comes on Tuesday. Show number 309 is coming on. Yeah, 309 shows. I had to check to make sure I was right on that. I'm like, wait, 309 already? Seemed like I just did 300. But yeah, I guess I did that about 9 weeks ago. So anyway, so 309 will be this Tuesday at 1 o'clock, okay? So 1 o'clock on the West Coast, which is the best coast. That'll be 4 o'clock on the East Coast. So there you go. Want to make sure you guys know that. Once again, another shot of this is the foyer outside the ballroom that we use for the one-on-one appointment. So this is before the madness began, okay? Because I remember I got there early on. I was early like Sunday morning, right? So I'm already walking the space. I don't think anyone even knows this. I walked the space. I took my photos and my videos long before anyone walked in the space. And I guess that's one of the things that you can do when you're there early, right? So it's one of the perks of getting there early. You can take photos before anyone walks in it and ruin the space. No, I'm not. I'm just joking. Just joking. So once again, and this is their bar, okay? So this is the watering hole. So everybody ended up here. For whatever reason, hospitality people always end up at a bar, okay? You can always find them there. If you can't find them in the meeting room, you're going to find them at the bar. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. But yeah, so this was the calm before the storm as well. But yeah, I took videos of this later when people were actually there in action. So yeah, but no, it's always a good place. And it's in the lobby, the main lobby area. So yeah, so it's a great place for a bar, and it overlooks the pool patio and then the pool as well. So just is great location for that. Once again, thank you to the PGA National Resort. Appreciate it. You guys did a great job. Always want to appreciate and thank North Star for everything that they did. Great, another great convention or conference. And shout out to a couple people that are with North Star. Shout out to Shalise DeMott, Rita Bergman, Angela Cox, Allison Best. Appreciate you guys for doing what you do, and just in some cases just saying hello, and thank you for coming. I appreciate that too, right? And also for allowing me to do the elevate your brand. Okay, I thought that was good. So that was a good thing. Like I said, 11 people did participate in that. You know how people say, you see people, oh my God, this is a great idea. Or, oh, come on and do it. Oh, I'll be there. And guess what? They don't show up. I'm like, what the heck? Why wouldn't they show up? Anyway, but that's okay, right? Hopefully we get another opportunity to do it and we get more people, right? Because like I said, it's important that we elevate our brand. For me, it's a no-brainer because I do this stuff every day, right? So it's not a big deal for me to sit in front of a camera and have a conversation with someone about what they do, how they do it, and how it can help people, right? It's to me it's easy to do that because I've been doing this for so long. And remember, I've done 308 of these shows, or 308 on air with Russell of Hotels. I couldn't even tell you how many daily check-ins I've done. I don't know, because if I'm done four times a week, and I've been doing this for the last 3 years, I don't know. It's probably in the thousands. So, excuse me. So I don't have an issue with doing it. And I understand, people can be nervous and all that, but it's not an interview. That's the thing. I want to make sure people understood that it was not an interview. It was just a conversation between two people, and two people that happen to be in the same industry. Okay. I just happen to be asking some questions about, when you got started, or, the name of your brand, what do you do, or, who you represent, or where it's located, and, what is, coming to this North Star destination Southeast, what do you hope to gain from that? What's the takeaway here? What do you hope to get from here and take away, and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So I had a lot of fun. I mean, and they end up having fun doing it as well. And of course, after it's over, they're like, oh my God, it wasn't as bad as what I thought. And thank you very much. And that's all you could really ask for at that time. But yeah, some people are apprehensive about doing it, but they think I'm going to ask some questions that, they never heard before. Well, let me give you, I'll tell everybody right now. Excuse me. All these questions that I ask are about them. So it's either about them or who they represent or what they represent. Meaning, if they represent a hotel, it's about the hotel. If they're a meeting professional, how'd you get started? Is it your company? Is it, do you work for like a Helms Briscoe or Conference Direct? Whatever that happens to be. A DMO, give us something about the destination that no one knows about. I mean, those are things that can help elevate your brand, right? And how'd you get started? Did you choose hospitality, or did hospitality choose you? And one thing I asked one of the meeting planners, people that were meeting planners, I said, because, I always ask, did you choose hospitality and hospitality choose you? Okay, well, for the meeting planners, I said, did you choose meeting planning, or did meeting planning choose you? So I just kind of gave it a little twist, a little fun, right? So that's what it's all about, right? To me, it's about having fun, letting people know what you do, who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And that's all it is, right? So I appreciate the people that came and sat in that chair. I appreciate them coming and having the nerve to do it. And they will be rewarded for that, right? Because they're going to get some good content that they're going to be able to share for as long as they want to share it. And that's what it's all about, right? So that's it. I just wanted to say that. Come on. Of course, this is a daily check-in. I do this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Times may vary, but normally in the afternoon. I don't have an exact time on this one, but just know that I'm going to do it. Just know that I'm going to do it, okay? I'm going to do it, okay? So anyway, that is it. I'm Russell of Hotels. You guys have a great day. Happy Thursday. And just remember, tomorrow's Friday. What does that mean? I'll be here doing it again. So let's have a great day. And as always,